Somebody believes money is the basis of happiness, and they spend all their energy and years accumulating wealth. Somebody else believes the real treasure is Prem Dhan, the wealth of divine love, and every evening they come to the temple for darshan. So your life direction got fashioned by your beliefs. These beliefs, how do they get created within you? Defective beliefs lead to unwholesome thoughts. For example, there is imperative thinking. What is that? He should behave like this. She should not behave like that. He should do this, she should not do that. We create standards of behavior for others as per our convenience. And when they don't match up to our standards, we feel justified in being negative. Why did he not do this and why did she not do that? So all the negativity that is created within us is based on a defective belief, on this pattern of thought called imperative thinking. Other people, they do the reverse, personalization. My child married out of his religion, it is all my fault. Arey Baba, you can't even control your tooth. You can't control your hair from turning white. How will you control anyone? No, this thing happened to my relatives, it is all because of me. So this is personalization. And some people fall prey to the reverse, which is blaming. Because of you, I am in a bad mood. Can anybody put you in a bad mood except yourself? Of course not. One husband and wife went back to India for a little visit, and as it happens, you're obliged to meet 500 relatives. All were behaving very well, except one lady. So the wife was so grumpy about it. And she would keep on complaining to her husband, your sister behaves badly. He said, which one? The eldest? No. Number 2? No. Number 3? No. They are all very nice. The 4th, my 4th Nanad is the cause of all my miseries. And she would go on and on and on until the husband said, look, Mem Sahab, I agree that my youngest sister is not behaving in the best possible manner with you. But her behavior is not in my control. Why are you becoming miserable because of it? That blaming is a paradigm of thought. So Maharshi Patanjali said, your mental state changes based on valid knowledge, invalid knowledge, etc., etc. These are the beliefs that we hold, and they jeopardize our life, or they can uplift it as well. In one company, people would keep complaining. You know, the boss is like that, and the CEO is like that, COO is like this, and there is too much of politics, etc., etc. And one day, in the company communication, a message came. The person who was most jeopardizing your professional growth in the company, he is no more. Come and have his Antim Darshan. So they all came, they were invited to the top floor where all the directors used to stay, and there in the lounge they were allowed to enter one by one to take a look at the coffin of the person who had passed away. They were all speculating, is it that person? Is it that person? And when they would be brought in to look in the coffin, they would discover a mirror in which they'd see their own self. Our own beliefs are our own enemies. And these beliefs, how do they get created? The beliefs are such an important aspect of our personality. If you start believing that I am done for, then your muscles will be subject to myofibrillar degeneration, resulting in cardiac arrest. So your beliefs can kill you, and your beliefs can make you healthy as well. Your beliefs can catapult you to success or cripple your potential. You know, when Henry Ford went to Thomas Edison and he showed his draft of a motor vehicle, Thomas Edison jumped out of his seat. He said, "Oh my God, we had heard of an electricity producing plant that we create outside. You want to do the same in one vehicle?" So that Henry Ford, he said, whether you believe you can succeed or you believe you cannot, either way you are right. Because if you believe you cannot, your own subconscious will say, I cannot. And it will inhibit your success. On the other hand, if your belief says, I can, nothing is impossible. As the saying goes, impossible is a word in the fool's dictionary. So this is the importance of beliefs. In fact, your whole life veers in the direction of your beliefs. Somebody believes money is the basis of happiness, and they spend all their energy and years accumulating wealth. Somebody else believes the real treasure is Prem Dhan, the wealth of divine love. And every evening they come to the temple for darshan. So your life direction got fashioned by your beliefs. These beliefs, which are such an important aspect of the quality of your life and your personality, how do they get created within you? Some get created by hearsay. 3 people said, invest in real estate in Fort Worth and you'll make a killing. You said, 3 of my friends have said it, this must be the truth. They convinced you? So hearsay, that is what creates the problem of fake news. Goebbels, the assistant of Hitler, his saying was famous that if you tell a lie 100 times, it becomes the truth. And today's age of social media, that saying is even more valid. That while the truth is still putting on its shoes, a lie travels halfway around the world. So some people create beliefs by hearsay, others by limited experience. They got cheated by 2 advocates and they said all advocates are cheats. Now, is that belief correct? Of course not. But they decided based upon a sample set of 2. Other beliefs, they get passed down in your environment. Your parents believed something, you start to believe the same. In America, they say that the son of a Republican is a Republican, and the children of Democrats are Democrats. So the hereditary manner of the beliefs passing down. But the Vedas say, look, this is not the way to do it. You are careful about what you put in your mouth. You will not just take and and put it in. You are careful about what you wear. And the beliefs in your personality, you're just letting them happen to you. One lady at night used to dream, and in her dream a monster would appear The monster would chase the lady up the hills, down the hills, until it was catching up and she could almost feel the breath from the monster's mouth. The fear would increase and that would wake her up, and she would realize she was only dreaming. Every week the dream would come. But on this particular occasion, the dream just persisted. She ran up the mountain, came down the valley, around the lake, and the monster continued in pursuit until she reached a cliff edge and there was nowhere to run. The monster was right behind. She turned around to the monster and said, "What are you going to do to me now?" The monster said, "Lady, you decide. It is your dream, not mine. You have created the dream. So we have created our beliefs, but we don't even know how to create good beliefs." The Vedas say this is not the way. Create your beliefs based on quality knowledge. If you can get good knowledge from somewhere, reliable knowledge, and then you create a belief based on that knowledge through the threefold process: Shravan, Manan, Nididhyasan. Hear or read, contemplate over what you have read, and then decide with your intellect, this is it. This threefold process, when done on reliable knowledge, will create empowering, authentic, valid beliefs which will take your life in the auspicious direction.
Join Jagadguru Kripalu University, now offering BTech in AI, Data Science, FinTech and AI/ML. Pursue BCA in Cybersecurity and Cloud Computing, BDes in Animation and VFX. Secure your future with integrated BBA, MBA in FinTech and Investment Banking. Also offering BSc, MSc in Applied Microbiology, Yogic Sciences and BNYS. Apply now at jku.edu.in.